all K-pop idols are brimming with charms. They are fancy, stunning, and full of natural talents, which make them the object of envy for many. But there's one idol that stands out in the sea of beautiful idols. The most handsome idol voted by idols. Number 1 best sculpted face out of 18,000 people by Czech doll-making company CZ Dollik. Most scientifically beautiful Asian male. In today's edition of Idol Exploration, we are exploring the one and only Jin of BTS. Everyone is born with different talents, and they're not always noticeable, so sadly, some people live their entire lives without ever figuring out their true talents. Even if you somehow figured it out, you will never reach the peak of your field unless you put in an insane amount of effort. BTS's Jin is a living example of that. His stunning look alone got him on the path of an idol, but through endless efforts, Jin eventually reached the top of his game. So let's dig up everything there is to know about Jin. But wait! Pop quiz! What is Jin's nickname? Number 1, Universal Handsome. Number 2, Worldwide Handsome. Number 3, Global Handsome. And number 4, International Handsome. Do you think you know the answer? Then tell us in the comment. And I'm sure you've already hit the like button, subscribed, and turned on the notification, right? We will give a BTS Official Lightstick version 3 to the winner selected randomly out of the subscribers that left the comments below. Don't know the answer? Keep watching the video and you'll find out. Jin was born on December 4th, 1992 in Gwacheon, Gyeonggi Province. His real name is Kimseokjin, and his stage name Jin comes from the last part of his name. The youngest child in a happy family, Jin was raised with lots of love and attention from his parents and his older brother. Jin's father, for example, would never forget to bring home presents for his kids every time he had a business trip despite his busy schedule. So as a kid, Jin's dream was to grow up to be just like his father. Jin's mother is a former winner of Miss Korea, and his father is a CEO who was famous for his handsome face. There's no doubt that those beautiful genes were passed down to Jin. Since childhood, Jin has always stood out with his super cute face, but he didn't become a trainee until much later. He did have a shot though when he was in middle school and was cast by SM Entertainment for his handsome look, and he even passed the first audition, but then he ran away as he thought it was a scam. Jin later wanted to become an actor and enrolled in Konkuk University's Art and Acting program, which only accepted 1 out of 200 applicants. Unsurprisingly, he was known as the good-looking freshman in school. And one day, when Jin was on his way to school, he was noticed by a person from BigHit Entertainment who cast him right away. This led to Jin going for Big Hit's idol audition, which later turned out to be an unexpected, life-determining moment for him. In May 2011, Jin became a trainee at Big Hit Entertainment. Because of Jin's intimidatingly good-looking face, the other future members of BTS were actually a little startled when they saw Jin for the first time. The Jin we now know is a cheerful, clumsy, and friendly guy, but apparently back then, he had a rather cold vibe. The other members later confessed in an interview that they used to think Jin was a scary guy who wasn't easy to be friends with, although now they're all very close. But as a trainee, Jin was faced with a bigger problem than his first impression. In early 2013, Jin was preparing to become an actor, and he'd begun training at a relatively old age. With a lack of training period and natural talent, Jin struggled a lot. He wasn't too bad as a sub-vocalist, but he couldn't dance at all. He was athletically talented, but for some reason his dancing skills were unbelievably poor. In fact, shortly after his debut, people called him 어색하진, meaning awkward Jin. Because of these problems, Jin always had to dance all the way in the corner of a stage when he wasn't doing his part of a performance. Obviously, he didn't have a solo dance part either. His dancing and his sense of rhythm were so off, he just had the choreography memorized and stuck to it religiously. This is why early in his idol career, the cameras always zoomed in on his face not to show his dance moves during his solo parts. For Jin, as a legitimate K-pop idol, this was a serious concern. He once revealed in an interview that he is really passionate about dancing and spends a lot of time thinking about it. Jin made a massive amount of effort to get better and even had private training sessions with his dance trainer to escape from being 어색하진 or awkward Jin. And eventually, his efforts paid off. Since 2016, Osaka Jin has been nowhere to be seen, as Jin's dancing skills have gotten noticeably better. In 2017, when BTS was promoting the song DNA, Jin kept his schedule empty and practiced dancing for 8 to 10 hours every day for about a month. He constantly proved to himself and everyone how much practice and effort it took to show improvements on stage. Jin also did a fantastic job as a choreographer in BTS Gayo Track 15, making Spinebreaker music video. BTS's main dancers, J-Hope and Jimin, absolutely loved the strangely intuitive and attractive dance moves that Jin came up with. And as a result, Jin ended up creating the main choreography. Now BTS's choreography is notoriously hard. And fans have reviewed that among the various dance moves by BTS, the moves that Jin created are the easiest and yet strangely difficult. But perhaps what's really noteworthy here is that Jin has come a long way. He wasn't really recognized for his dancing skills or vocal abilities when he had just debuted. But Jin has an incredible work ethic. Being that he was a late starter, Jin worked way harder than other idols, and over time, he's grown massively as a K-pop artist. His singing abilities have improved significantly as well. Jin is a sub-vocalist in BTS. As such, when the music slows down in the middle of a BTS song for the part where the vocals are more prominently heard, it's Jin's showtime. Jin has a sweet voice that would sound great in a ballad, and it's very expressive of many emotions. In BTS's early days, Jin's part was almost non-existent. But after putting in a ton of effort, he finally reached a level where he can shine on stage as a wonderful sub-vocalist. Not only that, in 2015, the main chorus that Jin wrote himself was used in his solo track Awake in the album Wings. Also, when fellow BTS member V was starring in K-drama Hwarang in 2016, Jin collaborated with V on the soundtrack Even If I Die It's You, which made V and Jin the first two members of BTS to work on a K-drama soundtrack. Jin nailed the high notes near the end of the soundtrack, which received a lot of positive feedback. And he continued to move forward, constantly working on his vocals and dance moves. Then in 2018, he surprised everyone when Love Yourself was released. In the title track Fake Love, he sang the same part with the lead vocalist Jimin, which was one of the major parts of the song. For the first time ever, Jin's part was over a minute long, but not only did he nail his vocals, he pulled off the choreography beautifully right in the center of the stage. Because of this, the rest of the members called Jin the main man of Fake Love. For every skill he now has, Jin had to work really hard to earn it. However, there's one thing that is achieved without working for it. It's his look. Ever since his debut, Jin has always stood out for how good looking he is. But it was on the red carpet at 2015 Melon Music Awards that the public learned the existence of Jin and his beautiful face. He was spotted right when he was getting out of a car, looking like a movie star, and everyone flipped out. People asked all over the internet saying, "Who is that man coming out of the car?" From this, Jin got a new nickname, Chamun Nam, which means car door man. A couple of years later, an event took place where Jin's face became known internationally. It was the Billboard Music Awards on May 22, 2017. Hashtag third member from the left BTS blew up on Twitter and was even mentioned a few times in interviews outside Korea. This is where Jin's official nickname became Worldwide Handsome. Not only does he have a perfect face, he is tall with broad shoulders and a nicely proportioned body. Within BTS, he has the most masculine physique. He is especially known for his broad shoulders and is always mentioned in discussions about male K-pop idols with broad shoulders. However, for the ARMYs, what really makes Jin attractive is not his flawlessly perfect face, but the human side of him. As Jin became more accustomed to his life as an idol, he began to show more of his human side to his fans. He even does aegyo, and when he is on variety shows, he can be super clumsy. And he keeps calling himself worldwide handsome in all kinds of interviews, which people find hilariously confident and thick-skinned. He also makes a lot of dad jokes on air, which is usually followed by the other members heckling him. Also, because he is so faint-hearted and jumpy all the time in real life, Jin often seems more like a maknae than Jungkook, the actual maknae of the group. But at the same time, he takes good care of other people and is super friendly to everyone. For this reason, RM says Jin has the most relaxed personality within BTS. Jin also likes to cook and often appears in cooking shows. He has a lot of interest in cooking and is actually quite knowledgeable about it too. So he often cooks for the other BTS members. But Jin didn't stop there. He actually became the first BTS member to come up with his own cooking content. It's called Eat Jin. Originally, Jin uploaded his cooking process on his blog. But now he broadcasts Eat Jin through V Live and Bangtan TV on YouTube. These days, he does a lot of mukbang, so he's known as the king of mukbang within BTS. Jin is a big-time gamer too, and he sometimes broadcasts himself playing a video game. Jin's favorite game is a game called Maple Story. He likes this game a lot. He even joked that he had spent a car worth of money on this game. Besides Maple Story, Jin is a big fan of a game called Crazy Arcade as well. One time, when Jin broadcasted himself playing the game, a huge number of his fans tried to log in to see Jin inside the game, and it resulted in the game server to crash. Personality-wise, Jin is very nice to everyone, including fellow BTS members who are all younger than him. He's usually pretty chill about everything, but when he needs to get down to business, he can be quite serious. When there is something he wants to achieve, he can be extremely hardworking. In the past, Jin wasn't much of a singer or a dancer, and people often said that he debuted just because he was good looking. But the sheer amount of time and effort he put into singing and dancing led to a magnificent growth, and he is now beyond worldwide handsome. He has become a world star. Since Jin had initially prepared to become an actor, his fans once asked him when he would take a crack at acting. To that, Jin said, "My top priority is BTS, which shows how much love and passion he has for his involvement in BTS. There's no question about it. The future of Jin and BTS will surely be full of excitement. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If there's any K-pop star you want to know more about, tell us in the comment. For the selected topic, we'll put together a big giveaway event. This has been Doyouram's Idol Exploration. See ya!